All right. We should probably get this thing started. Shouldn't we? What do you think? Happy Thursday, everybody! Welcome! What the fuck is up? Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, happy Thursday. I thought I wasn't gonna stream today and now we're here. we're doing this. What's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Whoa, let's turn the music on. Or off or down. Hi. What a day today, right? What a day. I woke up so fucking tired. I was a zombie like half the afternoon. But I had a delicious lunch, and then my evening activity got canceled, so I figured, well, what the hell else am I going to do? We should all have a vibe tonight. I am also getting a DM about doing something completely different that's not Terraria. Hang on a second. But welcome, Death Score. Welcome, Nidalia. Welcome, Spiridiums. Welcome, Moldy Lomain. Welcome, Anakin. Welcome, Angry Misfortune. Can't stay, but I wanted to say hi and happy National Girlfriend Day. Wait, National Girlfriend Day? Is that a thing today? Happy National Girlfriend Day, then, I guess. Do I get to throw free punch? I was gonna say, do I get to throw free punches? But then I said punches. Do we get to fight? Is it fight time? Do I get a free fight for National Girlfriend Day? Happy National Girlfriend Day! Thank you. Let's go. Settle this once and for all. I don't know. I didn't. I am not even on screen. What the fuck? I'm talking over my starting soon. What is wrong with me? Hi. Welcome. Didn't even notice. We're clearly off to an excellent start. Well, shit. Well, look at me. So the plan tonight was initially, I thought maybe we could jump in and do some more Terraria. But now I'm getting an offer to jump into some GMs in Destiny because Warden's Law is up on double reward. What do we do, Misfits? What do we do? What do we do? But how are you all doing today? How's your night treating you? Anyone have a good Thursday they want to talk about? Any W's they'd like to share? Ark, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You moved out. Hell yeah. Nice. Are you in between, or are you like moved out and moved in? That's a big change. Moving sucks. It can be incredibly stressful. The fact that you got through it is awesome. I'm really proud of you. I feel like it's worth a celebration anytime somebody completes a move out. That shit sucks so much unless you're like rich. Took a whole week because it was just two of you. I had help when I moved to pack up to move to LA from Dallas. It's rough though. I always end up feeling like I'm saving everything until the last second because I don't know what to pack up or what I'll need. Not to mention if you're like doing a full move out, like you still need a lot of your stuff, so you can't just like completely pack up your freaking kitchen. I get so much decision paralysis, so I completely relate. It is a hot day. So by the way, sorry for the loud fan. I don't know if you'll hear it tonight or not, but it is, weirdly, it was kind of cool earlier today, but it's hot as hell indoors right now and I don't know why. So I've got my fan like blasting. And hopefully it won't get too much hotter. Hopefully it's downhill from here. Does the distance matter? I mean, I guess it depends on how you're moving. If you're moving super close, then you could kind of do it in stages, right? Like load the car up, move stuff, take it out, put it in there, go back, throw stuff in the car. I've had moving situations in the past where I've had to have everything out at the same time and like in a truck. And then keys in, and then I've got to bring it over. Durbin, I'm not answering that. You can answer that for yourself. You can throw that into Google. I feel like the best situation is if you can have two separate places that you have the keys to at the same time. Like if you're like, we're moving into the new place on why are you baiting me? Don't bait me. That's wrong. That's wrong. Don't bait me like that. Spiridiums, what's wrong with you? Ideally, if you can like be moved in, let's say on Monday in the new place and not owe your keys from the other place back until Wednesday, that would be ideal. Like being able to actually move between both places. It's a game? Why is math a game? Oh my God. What's 9 plus 10? Okay, fine. 19. What do I get? What do I win? Oh, Durham, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Thank you. What does that have to do with math? It's not 21. What? I'm so confused. Someone explain this to me. Thank you for the sub, though. Thank you for gifting a sub to my community, Durham. What? It's actually not, though. What the fuck? Is this one of those new math things? It's 42. Well, 42 does count, Sticky. 42 is the answer to everything. Is that meme? Wait, I think I've heard that voice. I can hear that voice in my head. Is that the context of that bite? I don't think I realized that. I will take your word for it. Faciderite, welcome. I didn't know that. I didn't know the context of that original soundbite. So that's interesting to know. Sorry, I didn't want to play. I didn't know math was a game. I'm sorry, Dermot. I'm just like, what is this question? Why are you asking me this? You don't need my help with that. But thank you. I appreciate you. All right. Well, shit. We've got offers on the table. We've got offers on the table. So let me update my stuff real quick. Or maybe a little Destiny first. Either way, stop by. I guess we're doing a little Destiny first. Hey, Eddie. I posted in the memes channel for everyone confused. No, I mean, I didn't. I know the soundbite, so I assume it's the kid just getting it wrong. Because otherwise it wouldn't be a funny meme. Vines. I remember Vine. Oh, man. Wild time. It's amazing that it came back. I mean, it didn't come back, but it came back. You know what I mean? When that shit died and everyone switched to YouTube and started making like 2 to 3 minute, like longer form content that just didn't quite hit the same way. Destiny first? Then more Terraria Calamity Death Mode. I'm gonna go say hi to them real quick. Hey, Goliarb. Well, we've got TikTok now, and we've got YouTube Shorts. So, I mean, obviously, like, the format stuck around. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah,
Can I
How's it
drag you
going?
to my room? It's going all right. How are you doing? My 2 friends with giant squares for icons.
Squares.
hello, chat.
That represents ourselves. Huge squares.
You can't just ask people to drag them to your room. Can I drag you both to my room?
Sure, let's go.
Yes.
Sweet. We've got a better bitrate in here and a mini fridge.
Ooh, nice.
Oh shit! Is that Dr. Pepper Zero strawberries and cream?
You know it. And below that, Manhattan Specials. and nothing but Manhattan Specials for the next 4 rows down. Don't even like the drink. Just thought it would be a funny option.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys ever have Manhattan Special?
I don't even know what that is.
Hey, anyone in chat ever have a Manhattan Special? It's an old drink that's essentially like someone turned coffee into soda.
Gross.
It is gross and sweet. It is entirely too sweet.
And this was special in Manhattan at one point? Is that what you're telling me?
Good question. I mean, the drink is literally just called a Manhattan Special.
Mm-hmm.
Carbonated espresso coffee soda.
That's the only
Since
place where people are willing to
1895.
drink it.
Listen, I'm not repping this as something that any of you should try, but it did exist and I have had it. I'll show you. It's this shit. Espresso coffee soda. And they make it look all like fucking Hollywood and shit.
Yeah, that's weird that it's got that flappers style outfit. Like 1895, here's some people from the 20s that look like they're on the West Coast.
Darling, I'm gonna make you a star, but first pour me that coffee. Attach it to the soda stream. What is it? The soda stream.
Get the soda stream out, yeah. Get that soda jerk behind the counter. Hand him this espresso.
Hey,
He'll know what to do.
Are you telling me a soda? Oh wait, wrong stream. Never mind.
We were going. I see the vision.
And
Here,
it's
is this what
myopic.
you wanted? Glug glug. Spit take. Oh, did I make it wrong? No, it's perfect, baby. Kiss me.
If you're able to swallow it, you've made it wrong. Should be indigestible and unpalatable.
I mean, like it has an allure. Like the bottle definitely make you think like, oh, this is like a special drink, and then you drink it, and you're like, what the fuck is this? This is mistakes were made.
Yeah, you thought it had an allure, but it actually had a velour.
So Warden's Law, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'd messaged Rail and I said like, hey, do you want to do this on the weekend and like get some people together? And Rail's like, let's go right now. I don't actually know what I want. You have fourth times in Vorpal. I could see that probably being what I would want as well, though.
4 times Vorpal with like Tac Mag, small bore. If you're winning a Lucky Pants roll.
I've wanted a good Warden's Law. Vorpal 4 times is the roll. I'll take your word for it. Okay, I've got a question. Oh, wait, never mind. I don't have a question. I was looking at the wrong chart. I saw something very different on the chart, and I was like, this is confusing.
You're accidentally looking at the top 100 or what?
Yeah, just like the roll suggestions, and the very top one was Perpetual Motion, and I was like, that's an interesting choice. I've got questions. Hey, Cav.
I have some of those. I don't want any, but I have them.
I don't think I've wanted Perpetual Motion on anything I have ever used. Ever.
It can perpetual motion itself right out the door. Thank you.
Basically, 4 times Vorpal is good enough that Cav is willing to grind to get an adept version. So it's pretty great.
I've got almost capped on Ascendant shards, which you know what that means. I gotta start calling down more Assassin's Cowls from the cloud. So Misfits and Rail knows this. Misfits and TK. Assassin's Cowl is where I store all of my golf balls. So if you look in my storage, I've got like 20 Assassin's Cowls for all the golf balls, just in case I ever need to go on like a mass enhancement stream. Yeah, see? There you go. Milky knows what I'm talking about. Milky doesn't store golf balls. They're too good for that. I try to prep for the winter, so I have everything I could possibly need. The downside is that we're going to get to a point, I'm sure, where like before I actually need all of that extra resource support, they're going to be like, hey, we're discontinuing. We're actually discontinuing all resources. Say goodbye to Ascendant Shards. Say goodbye to Ascendant Alloy. Say goodbye to Exotic Ciphers. Everything's going to be Glimmer. What winter? I have like 50. You can, you know what? You can go through them if you're not careful. You can go through them. Solar Surge, that's exciting.
Were you like, did you run out at some point and you were like horribly traumatized? Was that okay?
Checking.
I don't remember why though. I think it was back when I was trying to like zero wasted stat everything.
Step on
I went through a couple of iterations where like I boosted a few too many exotics up to masterwork.
Now, where did I put that blasted dematerialization?
So the Grandmaster is Exo Crash, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, being able to artifice exotics really messed up all of my previously saved builds.
Yeah.
I haven't really gotten that sorted out yet.
A few more options. But it's actually made it like, I thought everything was going to solve itself. It didn't solve itself as much as I thought it would. I thought those extra 3 points would be like a night and day difference, but I still had to roll off a lot of extra gear to get what I wanted. These days, I've not even been running my cloak exotic because I so rarely care about, like, I'm so rarely excited by just spamming punch. For the first time in my whole freaking Destiny career, I've been running Orpheus Rig regularly. Still with Prismatic, but I railed against that exotic. It was like, just like the support raid, the support GM exotic. And I wanted to use the ones that complemented my weapons, like, you know, like Gyrfalcons, like Oathkeeper. But Kvastov's amazing. I love it. Prismatic's amazing. And so it's a lot lower pressure to just run a great support exotic now because my weapons don't depend on it, you know? And that's been very rare throughout my whole Destiny career. I feel like for years, every build I've ever had has had some kind of like exotic armor dependent exotic weapon. I guess same would go for you, Cav. If you're using Lucky Pants, that's an exotic that's intrinsically tied to a weapon. Maybe not an exotic one, but you still have like, no, my main build is like rigidly dependent on a piece of exotic armor. And that's literally been me since probably like Forsaken. Before that, I was like playing Titan a decent amount of year one and using Actium War Rig. But even then, if you're using Actium War Rig and someone's like, hey, can you please run whatever instead? I don't remember.
I love paper books. There's a place in Thuan.
What were the mandatory exotics back then? Were people running Helm of Saint 14? I have no recollection.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been a long time Orpheus Rig enjoyer. Back when it used to give you your whole super back.
It doesn't have to be maneuverable. It's just a bomb.
The good old Eater of Worlds days.
Apple TV code. What do you mean? What is that? What? For what? For like a membership? Oh.
There's a promotion right now.
Oh, nice.
They want people to get on that Apple TV before they add Apple TV advertising.
Can you watch Apple TV without an Apple TV? Because I do not use a television.
That's a great question that I don't know the answer to.
I watch everything on my computer. Hey, Deranged Dan. Welcome, welcome. When I actually went through all my builds, I've only actually artificed a single exotic because those 3 points haven't gotten me to another breakpoint. Yeah, see, it was easier for me to work that out. I don't know if the websites have updated. When it first hit, the websites weren't really optimized for it. So I found myself making builds on D2 Armor Picker and just deleting the exotic. Because I was doing it for the cloak. So I was deleting the exotic cloak and being like, okay, regular cloak, but forced artifice. Because it would apply. I don't remember how I figured out my Orpheus Riggs build. Maybe they had it updated by then. If you need to watch it on an Apple device, I would say don't worry about it. Because I don't have an Apple device to easily watch it on. So you could certainly give it to someone else if you wanted.
Milky says you don't need an Apple-specific hardware to use it.
I would say give it to someone else. Don't worry about it. I appreciate it, though. That's super cool. That is super cool. I have a lot of streaming services I'm going through right now. I'm trying to, like, use up my Disney Plus so I can not need to re-up it next year. And I've also got Netflix, which is, like, sitting around collecting dust at the moment.
So is Apple TV the name of the hardware and Apple TV Plus is the name of the subscription service? Is that how it works?
Maybe? In my opinion, Kvastov is by far the best boring weapon in the game. Nilki, you're so judgy. You're so judgy. What's
so
the...
right.
Why is it boring? It's the first weapon with ricochet shot. I wanted that to be an exotic perk for Wishender.
Bullets have never ricocheted in Destiny before, Nilki.
Not in useful ways.
Now, if the bullets bounce between more enemies.
They do. They bounce back and forth sometimes.
Oh, do they?
Sometimes.
Sorry, I haven't used Kvastov.
I mean, I know you've had, like, ricochet
rifle.
shot, but, like, who is that helpful for? I feel like the only times that's ever been useful is because it was glitchy. It would, like, secretly give you more effective range, or, like, it would help you shoot something off your head on A-tracks. But, like, I don't know anyone that's ever used it for the actual ricochet. Do you?
People ricochet it a lot in PvP.
Do they?
And Seraph rounds are ricochet.
What do
Which-
Seraph rounds do?
Make Warmind cells.
Oh, yeah. Man, remember Warmind cells?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been really enjoying it. I don't find it plain. And I was probably just a little bored of Le Monarch. Was kind of getting old. The other problem is that Le Monarch always, like, I was always fucking in competition. Whenever I did anything with anybody, everyone wanted me to, like, take off my build, and that was really obnoxious. And now I feel like I have a little bit more flexibility. So there's something attractive about that, too. Because I am not thrilled about the number of fights I have in aspirational content over loadouts. Some of those fights were with Arc. Yo, Blander. What I really want is I want Wishender to be competitive again, and not just as, like, a really specific utility role. Like, I miss the days when I could be topping kill charts with a straight shot bow. I miss that.
I'm just amazed that you said more to like Ark's point. I'm amazed that you were like, I got tired of using a bow, so I'm using an auto rifle. Like, what?
What?
Yeah, there's something about it that just feels good. It covers the short to medium range AoE by itself. You don't need an exotic piece of armor to help give you AoE capability worth a damn. It has shoot to loot, which lets you pick up ammunition and orbs super easy. Like, so it's got a shitload of utility. I think that's what it is. It's the versatility that appeals to me so much. That, like, it's just a really amazing workhorse weapon. Whereas everything else feels like it has some, like, really, like, more specific niche. I mean, we have Overload. I could run whatever that bow is called. I've already forgotten it. It's so far in the past. I could run the Monarch if you wanted me to.
Limone.
That would be the funniest thing. You're like saying people want you to take off Lemon Arc and do something else. So if we asked you to take off whatever you're doing and put on Lemon Arc.
It's very
But I don't
funny,
think it's
actually.
necessary.
We have Barrier and we have Overload, right?
Yep.
What do we have
I've
this
been
season?
Doing Barrier, and I've just been letting TK do Overload.
Yeah, Rail's got Barrier, got Overload, and I got a tentative Barrier too, but if I can get Radiant.
Oh yeah, Radiant.
That is
Which
very
is
funny,
funny.
actually. The notion of,
'Cause-
like, shut up and put your bow back on. Why am I here? Why have you put me here?
I can assure you, I do not know what you're talking about.
I
Did you
think
just
you
leak to your
do.
doom?
I think you do. All right. So do I need to run any counters? Or should I just run Aberrant Action
I mean,
with Solar Surge and
it's
kill
always
things?
a good idea to have a break of some kind, but I don't. It's not too bad of a GM, honestly. The middle part before you get to the crash site, like fail-safe starter areas, the spot right before that is super annoying because of just the amount of enemies. And then the boss fight's a little sketchy because there's not a lot of places to, exist without getting shot.
A little chaotic, but we've managed to do it every time we tried it so far.
Do I have a Solar Sniper? I don't think I do. I don't have a single Solar Sniper that's not exotic.
That's because you value storing copious amounts of Assassin's Cowls instead of hoarding weapons.
There you go. No, I never got the recipes for the ones that everyone suggested, and even then, honestly, the craftable Solar Snipers kind of suck. Well, if you think it would be more useful than running a rocket sidearm, I could run Zali's Bane with Kvastov, and that would give me Overload Break.
Nice.
Does that work?
Sure.
And do you think that outweighs having a special weapon?
That's up to you.
I'd say just go with what you want to use, and then just we'll tweak it as we go.
If we get into trouble, we can reevaluate optimizing, but I think we're going to be, other than maybe not going super fast, I don't think we'll have a whole lot of problems clearing. I mean, maybe we will. We'll find out, I guess.
Can I try running no break then?
Yeah.
Okay.
If that's what you
I'm
like.
fine with that.
Let's see how that feels and if we end up in trouble. I'm ready.
This coup has been very good for.
Oh wait, rocket launchers, right?
I'm
Yeah,
using a rocket because it's overload or whatever the word.
Right. Wait, is rocket launcher overload?
Not. Is it overload? Is that the right word?
Is it?
Over surge or yeah, but overcharge.
Surcharge.
Yeah, it's a rocket launcher for charge. So I've been running. What is this? Dragon's Breath. That's the word.
If you take off unstopped sidearm, you'll have barrier with radiant. Can you not have? I think you can do both, right?
No.
Because radiant is any weapon.
Any weapon that does not intrinsically have one already.
Right.
Well, a
Doesn't have to be a solar weapon, so you can just...
artifact does not give it an intrinsically have anything.
Okay, well, I have the unstoppable sidearm. It does not give it shield. I have tried that. The answer is no.
If the artifact is putting one on, then Radiant can't change those rounds because they have it from the artifact. Can't have rounds that have multiple properties.
I can just use Kvastov for that then. I don't want to undo all these points. That's obnoxious.
Yeah.
If I could undo... Imagine if you could undo a single point in any column and then there was a submit button at the end. Like, the fact that I can't just take that off without undoing my whole fucking build is so fucking obnoxious. Super type. Is super type light versus darkness?
I think it's just flavors of supers.
So maybe I'll take off Shield Crush and put on Prismatic Transfer then, so that when I do my tether, it'll boost all our weapon damage, or at least boost your weapon damage. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. I'll go ahead and take us in then.
Transfer doesn't stack with Radiant? Why not?
Nope.
Then why... What's the purpose of it? Okay, I could just go back to Shield Crush. It just means that there's like nearly nothing this slot is doing for me. I'm not really doing a punch build in GMs.
Well, you don't have to take things from that column if you like things in other columns.
I don't really. This has been like one of the least exciting artifacts for me. It's so solar heavy, which doesn't benefit me very much as a primarily void hunter.
Rail can attest that I've enjoyed burning everything.
Have you been running solar, TK?
Yep, I have stolen a solar build online, and I have been blazing my way through everything.
Nice. Nice. I had maybe one season where I went full solar. And it was the one where we had the dodge for like massive amounts of heals. Oh, wait. Are you back on Titan, Cav?
Cav is a multi-class now.
I thought that Cav was leaning Warlock. Titan, fascinating. I miss Classy Restoration. God, that was so fun. Classy Restoration, dodge for like massive healing, right? The good old days. I respect it. It's very, that's the, I don't know, what'd you call it? It's like the MOBA mindset. I'm a very main-focused kind of player.
Captain, my sensors show Vex and House Salvation forces present at the Exodus Black.
I cannot tell you the number of times Cav has kept my ass alive.
Loves to torture me.
Kept your what alive?
Don't say that.
Kept my butt alive.
Yeah?
Smashing up the Vex.
As Warlock, Titan, or both?
Doesn't sound terrible.
Both, technically.
Okay, so I've never done this one on GM, I don't think, so this will be exciting.
Really?
I don't think I did it back when it was the old version. I don't even know where we are right now. Where the fuck are we? This is not Exodus, Crash. What is going on?
Yeah, it is. We just started slightly further up than you're remembering. That's all. Used to spawn over here by the
Oh,
whatever
all
these
right.
things are. Heavy pikes.
Oh, this looks more familiar.
Yeah.
Where'd all the trip mines go?
Solar Warlock has been giving me a complex. Solar Warlock, when I play Warlock, I only play Solar Warlock. And I feel like my survivability has gone downhill immensely. But I used to play it all the time. Well was amazing. I probably should be playing, Rift. I started using the dive and the floaty heat rises stuff, but
Guardian down.
Oops.
no matter how good everyone says the what do you call it, the slam dive heal thing is, are we back there for a reason? I'll come back there. No matter how everyone says that they like the slam dive thing, it doesn't do it for me. Huh? What just killed me?
Find a trip mine.
What? You love Song of Flame. Song of Flame is very ability focused though, isn't it? I'm not saying like that like it's a bad thing, but I definitely recognize my proclivity towards all of the Warlock's weapon-focused exotics. Like, Rain of Fire is like my favorite exotic in the game. I'm a hunter main, and Rain of Fire is like my favorite exotic in the game.
That dragon movie?
It buffs
Another
your
one.
weapons, you don't have to ability spam. Oh, does Song of Fire buff weapon damage as well?
Yeah, song is quite good.
We jump up or work our way up?
Guardian down.
We work our way up.
Well, I confess I didn't realize we were going to be doing this much long-range combat. I should have prepared something a little longer range.
But don't worry, it'll get tight
Guardian
soon.
down.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, I feel like I'm constantly railing against the all abilities all the time meta. My punch build on Hunter is fun. It's just boring.
How dare you?
It's boring to me. I'm sorry. I know that you like you are Liar's Handshake for life, right?
I'm not anything for life, but I do like Liar's Handshake and Gambit.
Alright, we're gonna get a shield dude over here.
If I had to
we
pick
not
just
fighting
one
the brig?
thing, it would not quite. We don't want to get shot in the back while we're fighting the brig.
Okay, I will leave the brig. I did tether the brig.
If I had to just do one thing, it would probably be Tether Hunter.
Yeah, that kind of sounds like it summarizes my argument, Ilky. I'm not sure what your point is. Punch spam is auto-target. You're literally just spamming your mouse button endlessly and letting it lock on. Like, you do have to aim with a gun. That doesn't seem like those two things conflict each other. What are you auto-targeting with? You need to go play as many hours of Borderlands as I have. I am very much over melee spam build life. I've played too many games where that's it. You literally don't need to look at your screen.
I just think it's fun to roll around and make orbs for your team in Gambit.
I'll be right back.
Say hard nerfed, but
What the fuck? Okay. I see you there. Which melee build in Borderlands was your favorite? I don't think I've played more than one melee build because I've just played a tremendous amount of Zero. And I got very, very bored of Melee Zero. I also got kind of bored of Sniper Zero eventually. I kind of just got bored of Zero eventually. I played Gauge for a little bit. Gauge was fun. Although Gauge is like the gun version of don't have to aim. Like, you could literally just be like reading a light novel and holding down your left click and the game would play itself.
why a light novel specifically?
I don't know. I just needed to say something.
I see.
Understandable.
I needed something you could be reading, so I went with
Not just a novel, but specifically
novel.
a light novel.
yeah, you know.
Right. You could be drinking a diet soda and reading a light novel.
I think there's 2 overloads. You might not want to go up.
Okay. Yep. Oh, there's an
This is
overload
the-
on our right over there.
Yeah, there's overloads. This ends up being kind of the slow room because of how much junk there is.
Thank you.
Yep.
We have no. I kind of wanted to move up just because we have no cover here. I guess unless we do like head glitch stuff with the staircase.
Yeah. Those stairs are where we're gonna spend most of our time in this room.
Oh, all right.
There's nowhere else in here that's safe, really, as far as I know. All right, spinning up the hack.
I'm just gonna
This
hang
device
back
looks
here
like
for
an
most
Well,
of it.
this
Arc energy
completely
conveyor.
changes my loadout, honestly. Like, knowing that this is the gameplay. Actually, can I... Boys, boys, boys. Where are the boys?
On the right side. Just do a little bit at a time. I think the next big wave is at 50%. Oh no, here's some right now. And in this section, I will say be careful with your rockets because TK will deploy a
The shields.
shield
With
right in
one
front of you.
time.
I've learned. Fortunately, I was just using my sidearm, but I did notice the shield come up in front of it.
Just unannounced shield will appear before you. Which on the one hand, you can't get shot, but on the other hand, if you're firing a rocket.
Borderlands, Maya was Zuffins' main. Zuffins played nonstop Maya, I think. Vorpal Bunny, who shows up once in a while in chat, also played a lot of Maya. I played Borderlands 1. I played a little bit of Lilith for like a second. And then I switched to Mordecai and never looked back. Mordecai's probably like one of my favorite builds I've ever had. Borderlands 2, I started as Zero and then switched to Gage for a little bit. Pre-sequel, I was Nisha, never looked back. I've not played Borderlands 3 yet. I still haven't gotten around to it. I auditioned for a number of things for it, and obviously I got in as like a villager. I auditioned for Calypso, the girl, and I also auditioned for Mose. Borderlands 3 was auditioning like right around the time I was starting my acting career down in Texas. And obviously those didn't work out, but it was cool that that was like, that even hit my inbox was kind of neat. The OG Mose auditions were so wild. Like, I think she still ended up in the pocket, but the original description of Mose described her as like, what's his name from fucking Breaking Bad? Like, it described her as like this no bullshit, seen too much shit, like Mike Ehrmantraut, Breaking Bad kind of character, except like a younger girl. Which I kind of guess kind of gives like Bangalore vibes. I don't know how she turned out. I know I've heard Lenti's voice. I just haven't heard the performance. Like, I don't know what the personality is like. But so I feel like my original audition, which if we went back and found, is probably garbage because I was just getting started. But I feel like my original audition probably was kind of in Bangalore territory. You know, like very much that like complete no bullshit, like, you know, we're going in there, get behind Bear. If you die, it's your own damn fault.
Mm-hmm. But you did end up in Wonderland, so you got that.
I did. As basically me. Like that was just me plus grit. It was very nice that they let me play a character that came naturally to me. Most actors, I feel like, get to do that, but for some reason, I don't know, in my case and a couple of other people in the same world as me, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, it kind of feels like you always have to sort of play something you have to always kind of like approximate what you think you're supposed to sound like, and so it's cool when you just get to like follow your instincts for once.
I feel like some, and you know, I'm not an expert or anything. I feel like some voice actors are sort of in the wheelhouse of they very much do character voices, like they do voices. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah.
Like they have an idea of developing, and some people do that, and some people do not do that.
Yeah, actually, and it's funny when you hear. You're right. That's probably a better way of looking at it, because I've talked to some people who are like, they'll see auditions and their first instinct will be like, I know exactly what the voice for this character is going to be, and that's like a thought that never crosses my mind. If it happens naturally. It comes out of the text, but like I always start as just me, and then like as I'm playing through it, if I discover like, oh, this is more of a creature. Oh, there's some other reason for it to be heightened. That's when like the sauce starts to get layered on. But I never look at a character and like start thinking about my voice repertoire.
Right.
It's just me.
Maybe more about like attitude, like direction of the character, personality.
Totally out of special ammo, by the way.
Overload on the left is finishable.
Right, I think that's this whole room. So yeah, that part takes a little while, at least the way we've been doing it. I'm sure somebody's got some speed strats or something, but I got a lot of ammo this time.
Was Nisha broken? I guess Nisha has auto aim as her superist. That's a very powerful special ability.
I remember one time I glitched her. I don't know how, but I had spawned 2 sniper rifles in my hand. That was quite fun.
I didn't like that she was sniper rifle over. God, this is. You know what? The bullies were right. I should have been using a bow for this. I didn't like that she was hand cannons. The gunslinger thing doesn't really do anything for me, but the fact that she sort of plays like a sniper with the hand cannon was a decent enough compromise.
2 purple Hyperion pistols in either hand. Oh, you could put out some damage, let me tell you.
I forget what it was called, but I had the Oh, hang on. Oh, or I'll just miss the jumps. That's fine. Or they'll just all be dead. Wait, what? There's a hand cannon that only has like 1 bullet in the chamber. And that was back, you know, like there were talents that do like, you know, first shot in the mag, last shot in the mag, do bonus damage, and they're like different talents, but they like stack on top of each other. So when you have like a really small bag, you basically just are doing bonus damage all the time. Do we have to go up here?
We do. That Hydra has an orb that we must acquire. Oh, did it get killed a little early? Yeah, it got killed a little early there. Oh, it spawned back as a red bar.
I want to say when we briefly played, Zuffins played Athena, and I played Nisha. The name's Nisha. Ms. Kadam if you're nasty. It's like the best fucking line they've ever put into the game. She had some of the, I think actually multiple. She had some of the best fucking lines in the whole goddamn game. She had others that were very spicy that I dare not repeat live on stream.
That's pretty spicy. So yeah, you used to run through just a bunch of pillars of light here and be done, but now you have to do this whole thing and get a rocket launcher.
Up on rail.
I got it.
Yeah, I'm with you. We ride.
This is how you get an auto turret.
Oh no! Son of a bitch. This is clearly advanced strats for getting your farm to be as quick as possible.
Speed strats.
I want to play through. I want to play
Get
through
off
Wonderlands
left.
at some point.
On stream?
I would, yeah.
And they have one expansion out?
Do
that
they?
correct?
Oh, you know what? I
felt
think
like-
you're
was it
right.
there?
I think they did put out something with like a dragon lady, right? I think Tiana Camacho plays. Do you want me to super down there?
Not put a rocket on the walker. That
Right.
should take care of half its
Pikes are dead.
Ooh, there's drop on that, isn't there?
There's a lot of drop. Considering all other arrows are hit scan. Hunter
I do
tether
not-
super. A lot of fall off.
Think I've tethered from far enough away to really ever think about the drop. That was so much lower than I wanted it to go. That's so disgusting. It's not where I wanted that to go either. I'm doing great at this game. We have some enemies flanking us on the right. So can I just say, this is a weird fucking GM.
How so?
I'm used to, like, other than maybe Proving Grounds, I feel like I'm used to, like, much tighter corridor, like, cover shooting. I feel like there's too much space, things are too far away. I need to completely reorganize for the next run.
Well, we'll get no cover, really cramped shooting here right at the end to make up for it. So
That's a relief. But yeah, this is this has been very different from what I was expecting, and I've done this strike a lot. So I don't know what I was expecting, honestly.
That's not too many changes from the old one, but some very nice changes. Thankfully, the boss doesn't have as many immunity phases as it used to.
Cold and dark in here.
Why am I just running in?
Perfect for an
I don't
ambush.
know.
I don't know. Not
that's
sure.
a great question.
I couldn't tell you. I just went in. What can I say? Even Glassway, which has some relatively open spaces, I feel like things were generally spawning a lot closer to you than in here.
All right. Should be close to time for the shanks. Is something still alive?
Oh, I see a servitor up there.
Oh yeah. I don't know why he's up there, but that's probably what's doing it. Just be careful because they'll spawn on top of all the platforms. Yep, there they go.
Oh, these frosty boys.
Yeah.
Ooh, ammo.
Remind me which one Corrupted is. Is that the one with the giant knight at the end?
Corrupted is the first Techian fight, the non-raid Techian fight,
Oh.
where you go into the Transcendent Realm at the end if you don't nuke.
Yeah, some
The boss
areas of
fast
that
enough.
feel far. Not a lot of, not super far though.
Equiches, you Guardians call them.
Also, I don't think I've ever taken this way up. That was the shortest way up. Oh wait, we're not done. Wait, is this not the exit?
I know it is.
Yeah,
I'm just
this
checking
is
for
it.
ammo.
This is the boss fight.
Good on rockets. Could do some more green ammo though.
We're gonna rotate to that left side when we get in, as is
Dang it.
tradition. I'm not really sure if it's optimal, but that's what we've been doing.
Go ahead and ping it. Which platform?
Oh yeah, let me use the ping tool in Destiny.
Wishender's still my favorite weapon. It just never feels viable outside of just being on like barrier duty. I really want to use it more. And then every time I pull it out, I jump into an activity that throws like 100,000 ads at me.
Oh, here comes the boy.
Or that. Yeah, okay, whatever. Fuck you too.
Alright, that's first phase. And then we gotta do some Vex for some reason.
Don't fight blind, Guardian. Bring down that stealth field.
2 champions here, one of each type.
There are indeed Vex. Oh, that would have been a much better place for my super.
Overload down.
Nice. I don't see the barrier. I'm dead.
Oh, right in the center. Watch out, we have fanatics.
Res available.
on us.
Fanatic spawning on top of you. That's what got me, was a Fanatic pool. Ah, there's the barrier. This is our last champion that we need to kill. Cool.
Oh,
Is it just the one disappearing phase, or do we have to do it twice?
Just once.
this one.
I have to get one more Hydra.
Watch out, fanatics. Go for orbs.
And then when the boss comes back, it's just a burn?
Yep.
Yep.
I don't quite have super, but I am gonna deposit. Vex will despawn. Yeah, now we just want to burn the boss as quickly as we can.
He's on top of us.
Good job.
Okay.
I hope these
Interesting.
elites do not linger.
Interesting.
I've got enough problems without adding them to the mix.
Sorry, failsafe.
Loot.
Alright.
Of unwelcome
I gotta
attention
think about this
on your
loadout.
doorstep.
But you and the captain came back. That's nice.
That wasn't bad. That was pretty easy.
4 times right page.
Where's my second one? Did it go to the mail? To the pain! It is garbage.
I'm tremendously happy with my lookout.
I got 2 with To the Pain. Nice. Tis, how you say, bad. All right, fine. Let's see what we can do with, whatever that bow is called. Monarch. The Monarch. Le Monarch.
Lemon Arc, the sour version of Arc. Chocked with vitamin C.
Disgusting. Do we just go full on back to Void build?
That's what I'm running, full void.
don't really need to boost this stuff, do I?
No, I'm bringing you up to 2014.
That was a decade ago.
Unless you really like this.
So what do we use then? The call, or do I use my mountaintop? I'm gonna use my mountaintop. I'm ready. This will be
I am also
a great
ready.
time. It's been so long since I've take unequipped Kvastov that I barely remember the name of my old mainstay weapon. And they've done away with the whole weapon thing, right? Like, I don't need the weapon to be... Like, it's not getting nerfed by being lower since TK is pulling me up, right?
Correct.
Okay.
There may be some weird interaction with weapon level, but it's fairly negligible.
Welcome back to Void gameplay.
Guardian, a swarm of Vex
Did you use
arrived at the
lemon
edge
more
of
than
this
you
black.
used
My strongest predictive model shows
Fighting line?
increased seismic activity beneath the crash site. It may have attracted the Vex, but I
At
do
this
not
point,
know
yeah.
why House Salvation
I want to say Fighting Line is at about 25,000 kills.
Guardian will find
Lemon's
out.
up to like 38,000 kills.
by asking nicely.
No.
I'm sorry, that fucking interaction was amazing.
Yeah. They really went all out on failsafe dialogue.
We're gonna stop them. She's like, by asking nicely, and he's like, no. We shall not ask nicely. Oh my god. How am I not seeing those?
I don't know.
They kind of blend in on my screen. It's probably because it's out in the fucking daytime.
I mean, they are traps. They're intended to be hidden and, you know, not too obvious.
They clearly wanted you to like jump on the bikes and be like, YOLO,
Yeah.
and then just destroy yourselves.
Yeah, giving you the heavy pikes right on the front seems kind of silly.
Saint's always been kind of a funny character when it comes to like all this grounded, like super grounded cinematic voice acting, and then you've got Saint and Shax like mixed in with them. I guess the Drifter to a lesser extent, but like Saint and Shax are definitely the most extra of the cast.
More than Star Horse?
True. I guess if you actually read the subtitle, Star Horse drops some bombs. You said what? Nay. Winnie's indecipherably. Galactic chortles, or what do they say?
I can't remember.
I'm assuming it's whatever the prompts were that they gave D. Bradley Baker.
Their actual horse voice actor. Oh, D. Bradley. Okay. You mean they didn't get a real horse to voice Star Horse? Representation fail. Sorry, I've got to do this. Misfits, you know I turn this part up whenever we hit this song. Or just intercept it, sure.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess we can't focus that guy. We have to kill the snipers. I should have thought that through better.
oops.
Milky, do you think Zur is just doing that completely incidentally, or do you think that when Starhorse instructs Zur, it's specifically to say "Good night, Zur" and say your own name? Like, do you think it's being spelled out for him?
Wait, does Zur say good night, Zur?
Yeah, at the end of some of the dares of eternity.
Good night, Zur.
Guardian, the Exodus Black is overrun
Say
with
goodnight,
Vex
sir.
and House Salvation Elitsni. The Elitsni look like scouts.
Like,
They
say
followed
good
the
night and then
Vex
Zur.
into the
Literally
crash
say
site.
Zur. Your own name at the end.
deserve this?
Not to worry, we'll sort it out.
I have 150% confidence
Sorry.
in the captain, even though it is a mathematical impossibility.
Good, good. So do I.
Oh, okay. That was so fast.
Yeah, we gotta make up time for our bad run.
We in the clear? We're in the clear.
Gotta make sure and shoot the turrets off of the
How long do they
ships, 'cause
linger
they will-
around?
How long?
Yeah.
They stay here pretty much until you leave here, I guess. They don't get replaced with more turrets.
But they don't fly out. They're just like patrolling.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, that's interesting. When you walk over the bridge, it sets off the trip mine underneath. Not sure how the laser sensor is sensing you there.
Okay. I take it it's never a good idea to take this lift on our right.
I've never taken it in the GM. I feel like we have enemies over there that we have to kill, and then going up there spawns more, so we might as well kill these that are easy to get to before we...
True,
Spawn
true,
other stuff
true.
in.
True, true, true. What if...
Mm-hmm.
Just hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You stay back there? Oh no.
Oh, they're here.
Yeah, those are the Marauders, though. Those aren't the snipers.
But you know what? Now we're behind them, and we don't have them on both sides.
Guardian down.
Ah! Just a
You
second
know?
late. Why is he moved up? What?
Because they can't go over where they want to be because Mel's over there. It's all you.
TK.
It's the second time that I've gone invisible and they went ahead and just shot me to death anyway. Alright, Vandals are dead.
I think that's the play. I was so safe back there. That's me, though.
Well, we weren't all there, so...
No.
Scared? Yeah, this feels good. This feels good.
I'll be right back.
Don't mind me, I'm just taking a dance break while we move up.
Now, the ghost you may hear does do the dialogue one step early, as if we were at the hacking point. Because I assume it's progressed based on interacts. And since they added an interact there, it gets triggered earlier than it should, and it never got They never fixed the number for the trigger.
I have a habit of jumping around just enough that I like slide off of things and miss things and then end up like behind a wall. Because I have jumped too many times. It just feels so good to jump and shoot.
With a bow.
With a bow. Whee! It's National Girlfriend Day! Yo. Go kiss your girlfriend for me. That sounded so sus.
Playing it back in your mind like,
Wait a minute. Actually, hang on. I take it back. What did I get you? Is that how that works? Is that the rules? What? Isn't that what I'm supposed to be saying to everybody? I don't know about this.
hacking. H-A-C-K.
This
Hack.
webbing on the floor looks like some kind of arc conductor.
SMRT.
Oh, my bad. I didn't actually capture any of the plate, so no enemies spawned. All right, new overloads are up.
Don't mind the jump and shoot.
Right side's clear.
How's this feeling to you?
Pretty good.
What do you mean?
Aside from that momentary wipe, this clear is feeling pretty solid.
Oh yeah, this is a completely different run. The other one we wiped. We don't even count that. That didn't even happen really.
Maybe I'm just feeling my own contribution more because I can actually hit at the effective ranges now. National Girlfriend Day, but only in the U.S. If you're outside of the U.S., fuck you. In fact, it's National Anti-Girlfriend Day. If you have a girlfriend, that's it. You're done. You gotta dump them. I'll make the rules.
For everywhere outside of, is that
Everywhere outside the U.S.
the contiguous U.S. or like the whole, like every? What about the territories? Like, what if you have a girlfriend in Guam,
That,
for example?
good question. Define contiguous. I am missing these shots.
Contiguous, also known as the lower 48.
Does that mean connected? Is Alaska not contiguous?
It is not.
And
There's a
Hawaii
whole
is not
Canada in between
contiguous.
Definitely not. Unless you, I guess at some point, you know, if you drained the ocean and just had land all the way across and then incorporated that land into the United States, you could get everything to be contiguous.
Oh, another one.
Are we good?
Yeah, it just kind of keeps double overload. If there's one overload, there's another overload in this section.
I love it genuinely when I get into a comp Overwatch game, someone tries being a dick, and both teams join forces to roast them in chat. Ha, wait. Nice. I forgot you could talk to the other team in that game. So there was a moment back in the day in old school vanilla World of Warcraft where their old comp system involved having to hit a certain point benchmark to rank up to Grand Marshal, which was like, you know, or High Warlord, which is like the highest PvP rank.
This is like the millennial equivalent of explaining how to play bridge.
Yes.
Back in the day, you
Back
see, there
in the
were
World of Warcraft days.
complex ladder system. Oh, well, I'm dead. Goodbye.
Oh, hello.
I got hit by the freeze. And then stabbed.
And so people
Sorry,
would
I
like,
completely threw you off track.
no, it's okay. People would fight horrendously for that rank. And, oh God. And it became this horrendous fucking grind, right? Where like people were putting in like 18, 19, 20-hour days every day all week just to try to get the highest possible point total so that they would 100% rank up because it was directly compared to every other person playing that week. You know, it wasn't something that you just like, you know, you got enough wins and then you were done. Like even if you never faced another team, like your individual performance could offset each other and then like fuck you out of the rank. You know what I mean? And so someone on our server, and I'm sure other people did this too, because there's a lot of people, there were millions of people playing, but someone on our server figured out the math behind it and figured out like specific benchmarks you could hit and then completely stop in order to like guarantee specifically who would get the Grand Marshal rank that week, and in fact even get more than one person that week if they stopped at like exactly the same place.
Because you could align it. Interesting.
Yeah. But it was, that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is that it was really, really bad on Horde side. Because there were so many Horde teams competing compared to Alliance teams that the Alliance teams could just play as normal and eventually rank up and get it. But the Horde teams had so much fierce competition that it became this thing that if you were a good enough team it was so disadvantageous to fight an actual competitive match with an alliance team that if it was anything but a complete steamroll, the team would just drop queue because there were no penalties and re-queue because it wasn't safe to fight a prolonged fight with anyone because there was like that much on the line. And so we were coming up, I'm sounding like such an old woman right now. We were coming up from like nothing and we were getting our asses handed to us. And so the moment that we realized our PvP team was actually worth a damn was the day that all the Horde teams started suddenly dropping queue. And it sucked because like we would get partial credit, but it would hurt us too because if their entire team left, we would get hit with a like not enough players to continue the match and it would put like a 20-second thing on it and then end the match and we would only get like a fraction of the credit we were supposed to get. So it was hurting us because they were leaving.
They had that anti-leaving system so that you couldn't like organize leaving to get progress for the other side kind of a thing.
Yeah. So to counteract this, because it was inevitable, because like they were horrendously fighting each other and like we couldn't convince them to fight us because we were asking them to take a loss. We worked out deals with a lot of the Horde teams where we're like, listen, if you're going to drop anyway and just not fight us, why don't you stick around for like the 1 minute? This was all like capture the flag. Stick around for the 1 minute it takes for us to like quickly grab a druid in travel form and quickly run 3 flags. All right? We'll get our win with the 3 flags, and then you can go. Like, and if we know it's each other, like, we won't farm you. Like, it'll be totally chill. You know what I mean? We're still kind of asking them to make a little bit of a sacrifice, but we actually got most teams to agree and get on board with that and be like, okay, fuck it. We'll hang out for, like, a minute and let you actually finish the match. And it turned into these weird parties where, like, we would get into a Warsong Gulch, like, capture the flag match, and both teams would like set up a campfire in the middle of the field and just hang out and like emote roleplay with each other while the druid would run the flag. And then like occasionally if some random pug got in and tried to put up a fight, we would just wreck them while their own team stood by and pointed at them and laughed. Like,
amazing.
Like the party would get interrupted. Like one like lone hunter would take a shot at somebody and like everyone would just casually stand up from the campfire and turn to face them, and then the Horde would stand by while we put them in the ground.
I just love the idea that the collective determined that peace was the superior meta.
It's honestly kind of amazing because I don't think they got... Oh, no. I remember the deal now. I remember why it worked. They weren't just taking a loss for us. You got credit per flag. So the reason we got partial credit was because in like the 20 seconds it took for the game to end, we could usually get like 1 flag capped. So the deal was if they stuck around for a minute or whatever, or 2 minutes to let us just run the flag, we would waste time by fighting. But if you're going to leave anyway, we'll let you get 2 caps. So you'll get like more than enough credit for it to be worth it. And then you let us just cap our 3. That was the deal. And that's why it worked out for them. So they weren't actually taking a loss to do it. Like they were benefiting from it.
Gotcha. I was going to say there must have been some upside for them.
Yeah. We were letting them get there too. And like they would have dropped anyway. So it was a perfectly good deal because even if we give them their 2, they're still not going to want to suddenly like turn on us and fight us because that makes it a suddenly competitive match with a good team. So like then they're wasting time and they're going to get fucked potentially. Yeah, it was funny. It was a good time. That was like the most hardcore I've ever been about PvP was pushing that rank. I never got Grand Marshal. I didn't really care about it, but I had a team I cared about that I liked playing with. And so there was like a good minute in there in Vanilla WoW where all I did was PvP. And get into fights with our team leader because he wanted me healing and I wouldn't heal. But he was a Shadow Priest who should have been healing too and wouldn't heal. So he was literally me and was projecting. Hybrid player points at hybrid player and says hybrid player should heal. We're not so different, you and I.
That's why I want you to do what I tell you to do, not what I'm doing.
we ended up not really friends after about a year. But I still have very fun memories of the time we played together before he turned into a dick. What's time supposed to be on this normally? What's a good time for this run?
I'm going to assume that's a question for Milky, because I certainly have no idea.
Oh, what have your times been, Ro?
We're about on par with all of our previous times.
Okay.
I haven't been looking at the time at the end, because I'm not trying to... I haven't done any effort to, like, further optimize runs.
Dark in here.
So looking at the time
Perfect
doesn't
for an
make any
ambush.
difference.
Stay on your guard.
I thought I was safe from WoW PvP discussion here. You'd think. You would think. It was good times. We were on a role-playing server, which most people hear, and they decide that that must just mean that everyone's standing around cybering all the time, but it turned into weird shit back in the day. Like, there were people patrolling zones to, like, keep the area safe for newbies. And, like...
I love how you introed with, you'd think it'd be like this. You'd think it'd be all sexting, but it actually got really weird.
that's usually what people think when you're like, oh, it's a roleplay server, so it's just like ERP all the time, forever. It's like, weirdly, no. It was weirdly, like, bizarre, like, militia roleplay sometimes. It was bizarre. It was kind of sweet, actually. I remember on an RP PvP server, I'd switched over to Horde, and just like seeing players like doing patrols in quest zones to like try and keep things safe for like the low level Hordes was fucking adorable. Like that players would do that and spend their time doing that was really sweet. I've been to Gold Shear. I know what 80% of those players do. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You roll through town and you're like, why does that Jernai have no pants? And why are they kneeling in front of that other Jernai with no shirt? And then you roll in, clearly playing a completely different video game, being like, hello, citizen, just making sure the streets are safe.
I don't think we're alone.
Oh, here he comes, left side.
Is this him? This is him.
Yep.
Have a super.
I'm dead.
Alright, phased.
A stealth generator? Oh, that isn't fair. Captain, try it with arc charges.
Friends coming in. Where's the sniper? Where's the sniper?
The barrier just teleported forward. It's right behind the deposit point.
Huh!
Yeah.
I'm going for the rail.
What is hitting me? Revive available. Watch the fanatics.
Negative. Hold on. Got him going for Mel.
Thank you.
Oh, he's
Dead.
right on top of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately the fanatics are hard to work around here. Already burned my tether.
Mine is up.
Alright, he's right on top of my X.
Do you have anti-barrier?
Yep.
Not at the moment. Gotta pop this for safety.
Okay. Lovely. Ugh.
All right, positing.
Sometimes my
Nice.
fucking... I don't have power ammo, but I do have my super up.
Other first, so you can get maximum super damage when he comes in. There you go.
Hello? Hold on. Hold please. One moment. Why would this happen? Why did this happen to me? Hello?
Welcome back.
Hey, welcome.
Hi.
Did you get loot?
I don't know. My computer just turned off randomly. Again. This has been happening like once every handful of days lately, and I don't know why.
Well, I have bad news.
What happened?
There's currently a bunch of drama about fabrication flaws in Intel CPUs. You have a 13700,
Yes. I
so
think.
definitely could be affected.
Really?
Yep.
Fabrication flaws?
Yeah, they had a problem with their anti-oxidation on their vias.
How do I even diagnose this? It's so intermittent.
Be very difficult.
Well, that's great. Yeah, it's so intermittent. I don't know what to call it because like the temperatures are all fine. It's not like turning off the way I expect it to. Like sometimes things will do stuff where like I know what what the power going out does because I hear everything go pop. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the PSU or what. It would be whatever it is. It would be something that's failing, not something that's like overcapacity because the temperatures are all fine and my PSU is dramatic overkill. You know?
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't seem very likely that your power supply would be failing. You'd see other symptoms.
And you know what's strange? Well, I wonder if that would be. Huh. So like I've noticed that trickle power, maybe I'm misusing that word, but some element of power is still working usually, Misfits and Rail. Because my keyboard will go out, my mouse will go out, but like my Stream Deck and my audio interface that plugs into it, my Beacon Mix Create, are both still lit up. Whereas if I'd shut the computer down, they would all be black.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry to have disappeared on you out of nowhere. Not good. Not good. And it's been happening like once every handful of days. And then the rest of the time, it's fine. I don't think it's happened on stream in a handful of days, but it did happen on Discord just hanging out the other day, didn't it, Rel?
Yep. From my end, it's very similar to like if your internet went out, where your icon stays present in the Discord because Discord doesn't know that you've DC'd. It just thinks that you're slowly lagging out, I guess.
I have a bad feeling that run just got me nothing. Considering it went out right at the moment the boss was dying.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if I should have tried to kill the boss faster versus rezzing, but because you were just sort of backpedaling away from the boss statically there at the end.
Agony. Where am I going? Where are we? Did you go to the tower?
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Ghost
We're in a
Rider.
tower instance,
Scored Formula Infinite. Well, the run felt good aside from that. So, I'd be down for more.
I'm
Check,
down with
check,
that.
check.
Sure.
I love it. I used to love it so much, but I have such mixed feelings about Mountaintop these days. I feel like it fires so slowly. The travel time feels very slow to me. And I find myself missing stuff. The lead time, having to lead your target is obnoxious.
Thank you. Thank you.
ADVgg. It's a promise.
Destiny does support crossplay, yeah. Well, I can buy another one. I'm at 10 of 10. So, hey, I got one from the last run out of it. Yay. 4th time's Frenzy.
Oof.
Not a Frenzy fan, I take it?
I mean, I guess if your magazines, if you can keep the perk going somehow.
We got Frenzy haters in the chat. I know Nilky absolutely abhors
Transaction to
Frenzy.
make, Guardian?
It's personal. That felt okay, I suppose. I said good a second ago, but now I'm like, I want to be using Kvastov. I like it.
Stop you.
I enjoy it. It's just we've been such long range. We've been such long range.
I mean, I've been sniping with a hand cannon. I know the pain.
Let me try the other one again. Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, let me get a
We'll
drink.
try it
I'll
one
be
more
right back.
time. Okay.
The whole crowd was silent.
So is there, let me ask you this then. I mean, like that's kind of like a shot in the dark repair, and we don't like doing like complete shot in the dark repairs because that's just a waste of money. But is there a new line of processors that people are not as worried about?
Not from Intel.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it's still
awful.
Yeah, it's still a sort of a developing thing because the large CPU purchasing, in companies that are making lots and lots and lots of machines are seeing pretty high failure rates. I don't know if we don't actually know if that's what's wrong with yours because we don't know what the affected rate really is. Like Intel hasn't been very forthcoming yet with this
Spare parts.
information, so
Oh dear.
Aren't there, this is stuff that I would theoretically know how to look up on a Mac, but aren't there ways that you can look up like the last things the system was doing when it shut down? And sometimes see a
there is
cause?
there is a log, but you might how much diagnostically you can get out of that depends. I guess you could. It's hard to prove a negative, but if you found some other thing that you could point at and be like, oh, it's definitely this in your log, but the log might just say computer turned off unexpectedly or something, but yeah, you could dig around the logs if you want.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah, my general knowledge with this stuff is always not so great. So I end up looking and being like, well, what are the temperatures like? And it's like, they're fine. At least as far as I can tell.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see as that develops. Supposedly, one of their major things that they figured out, they're supposedly going to fix it with a microcode update.
Okay.
So, maybe it will become more stable after that, if that's what's causing it. I just don't have enough known information to tell you anything with a high degree of certainty, other than I know that there's currently a lot of questions are going around the 13/14 series failure rates.
We're ready to go back in.
You're just headbanging down there?
Yes.
I'm ready whenever.
I'm ready whenever. I suppose if it happens again, we'll check Event Viewer and maybe see if we can learn something. How are you doing, Catalyst? Hello, hello, hello. I was lured into Destiny farming against my will. It was definitely not something I said I wanted to do.
Well, don't let us stop you if you do want to jump back in Terraria. I know you got a lot going on in there. Did you figure out what was going on with the Plantera bulbs? So they change after something happens, or?
I think the bulb was changed, possibly by Calamity.
Gotcha.
And I want to say they will be pink later.
Okay.
Because I've seen screenshots of the same giant bulbs, but pink.
Captain.
Kind of wild to put them all in that one area. So it's like, this is the place you fight. Here's the boss. You can fight right here. Boss arena.
Yeah, it's definitely a
The captain
prefab
enjoys
boss arena for that
dismantling
purpose,
mechs
but
almost as much as you do, Saint Unit.
I'm doing well today, Hern Dragon.
Fun you fail safe.
Yeah, I will probably end my night in
Plenty of motivation to destroy facts.
Terraria, but I did want to get a couple of Warden's Laws in here. It's tough, because I don't see myself using Lucky Pants as like a big hunter build, but I don't have. I want to say I have one good, and it's good, but I've got one good hand cannon in my kinetic slot, and that's my the one from Vault of Glass. I've got a great roll of that. But that's it. And I feel like a lot of my weapons, at least over the past couple of years, a lot of my weapons have fallen into the energy slot. So having more good kinetic options is nice. Have either of you gotten into focus some more brave weapons now that that's in? Assuming it's in.
Apparently it is not in.
Oh. Is it not in yet?
Apparently not. But I believe the Was it the Triumphs event is coming back next week? So maybe?
What event is that?
Moments of Triumphs.
Oh, man, I miss when that event let you do the Red War. If that's the one I'm thinking of. Was that the one where they used to let you go through the Red War missions?
Used to be able to just go through Red War missions with Ikora at the little lens thing that Ikora's got next to her area.
I gotta get that ambitious assassin role. After I saw that one person, the person who soloed the witness, switching to their grenade launcher and having it have, like, you know, 21, 24, or something like that, grenades in the mag ready to go, that's just too cool. And now I hold left click and unload my entire complement of power ammo. Is it Solstice or is it Moments of Triumph?
They're no longer aligned.
So which one is this one going to be?
Moments of Triumph.
Oh, okay. When is Solstice then?
September, I think? That'd probably be a Noki question.
What did I say?
All right, trust me on this. Take the lift. Come on,
All I
Ralph.
said was Moments of Triumph and Solstice are not aligned anymore. I'm not sure where I went wrong in something that I said. Oh, did I say next week?
Okay. Moments of Triumph is end of expansion. Solstice is next week then.
I guess that makes sense because, like what Noki's saying is, since the expansion doesn't start at a fixed point, Moments is the end of whatever that period is. Solstice is Solstice is directly resolved based on Earth going around the sun, so it's at the same time every year.
We've decided to have Solstice, not during the solstice.
Yeah.
Hey, Colorfinger.
Stay close. I'll have those barriers down soon.
How did that feel coming from that side?
It seemed fun.
Did the extra cover feel like it helped or didn't matter?
I was totally sidetracked by trying to figure out what we were talking about in chat. Wasn't really processing anything else.
I join you after a day of work that ended at 8:30 p.m. What? Why? What were you doing? Was this your own work or was this some other work? Were you working on your, what am I trying to say? Were you working on your own stuff? Because I've had a lot of self-work days where I'm working all freaking day. I started my day in zombie mode, but I ended up spending at least the latter part of my afternoon having a conversation with a possible animator that I talked about yesterday for lore and starting soon screen stuff. Okay, I feel like now that I'm acclimated to this GM, I'm feeling less weirded out by the positioning of stuff. This feels better to me.
Where the frick did he come from?
He's just been hanging over there on the left side. There's always two of them. They're very Sith-like in that way.
This machine, it's some kind of arc energy siphon.
This is your salaryman job? Salaryman. Hello.
Are you thinking of the Paul Rudd sketch?
What do you think? 43D33 engaged?
Yeah, Celery Man.
What does he say after that? Oh God! And then he goes, "I'm okay.
I'm okay.
I'm okay."
Guardian down.
Ah, darn it.
What happened?
Are you here to entertain us, Colorfinger?
Thank you.
Tane nude. Nude Tane. What a weird sketch. I'm sure a lot of people have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about right now. Store closes at 9. We like it a lot because 2 of us count the register, and we usually got out at around the same time as the store next to us. So there's these 4 of us in the parking lot leaving at the same time. Nice. Do you
Does the
go
number of
out?
registers ever change?
Doing the thing. Firing missiles. Hey, Lenither. But yeah, do you guys ever go out after that and do anything? Like with everybody?
Guardian down.
Because I know when I was in retail, we used to do, like, we had like a one bar that was like a haunt that we would go to after work sometimes. I was often eager to get home to my video games. Because, you know, but I did know the bar. I went there once in a while. Did I miss? I hit some of them. Okay, cool. We're fine. I hit enough of them. That's what matters. Oh, Jesus. Oh yeah, the fucking that frost hurts.
Yeah, we should really try and avoid spawning the extra guys while the overloads are still up. I would suggest
What spawns the extra guys? What's it?
standing in the circle.
Got it. Are we done?
No. We are at 57%.
We are nowhere near done. Go ahead. Drinking? Are you crazy? I have games to play. Yeah, that's me. That was me most nights. I could go to the bar and spend my money, or I could save my money, but go home and play WoW.
Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope. Nope, I do not wish to be a popsicle.
Oop, you and me both, except I got intercepted by the tower.
You somehow hit that one pixel of the antenna.
Yep. Hey, I got
And
it
the
all
game
back,
said,
though.
I can see what you want to do.
Somehow, I still got the credit. That's amazing. Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this much. Based on the way that I play the game, I could take or leave heal clip. I honestly don't care. But the scorch is
I
nice.
detect barriers
The
nearby.
scorch from incandescent
These
is
arc
nice.
charges may serve a related function.
I appreciate all those other ads that just decided to teleport up there next to it and die. Very helpful.
God, these missile pistols are so good.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to come back and nerf those, because it's practically like a distinct archetype at this point of special ammo rocket frames. Doesn't really work like a sidearm.
Yeah. They feel so good. They're so ammo efficient. They get so much ammunition. Well, I think the craziest part about it is how much ammunition you get back per brick, even without anything to help you.
Guardian down.
Yeah, that's just it. Their ammo economy is for a special is very good.
forget if you can swing this ball or not.
Yes, you can.
Do we need this rocket launcher?
Yes, we do. You need to fire it at the other charge point down lane.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, did not know. Can I hit it from here?
Nice.
That was a good shot.
More than once?
Nope.
Nope.
That's it. All that to get one cannon and open one thing. I do kind of like that they've taken things that were mechanics from a dungeon or a particular raid or whatever and spread them around to other places in the game so that it's not someone's first time ever seeing something when they're going to learn.
Like the shields. The way they've used the shields this expansion, bringing them back from Baltic Glass has been kind of wild.
With the chicken from Spyro the Watcher.
Mm-hmm. Hey, by the way, I didn't bring it up earlier, but just because someone's mentioning it now, what do you guys think of the new Apex update announcement?
The no
Are there any
flinch thing?
features? Yeah, any features in particular that have you kind of like losing your mind a little bit? They're doing that? Any exciting hits?
That's all I know about is the flinch thing.
I'm afraid I've not an opportunity to see that. Anything that you were excited about or not so excited about?
Yeah, I have done the ones with the Scourge guys. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff. So they're like, they're taking away flinch from incoming fire as long as you're in zone. Which immediately has me going like, imagine the gatekeeping then. If someone's coming in and you're waiting in zone and they can't flinch you and you're flinching the fuck out of them while they're coming in and fighting you.
Oh, is that how it works? I thought it was just that the ring damage is flinching you.
It might be. Maybe it is the ring damage that does it. I thought that it was...
The video
That's
that
not
I
how
saw,
I read it, but maybe you're right.
it was definitely flinching people from taking ring damage, but I don't know if that also extends to being shot while out of ring.
Yeah, very excited about that. And they're, if I read it right, again, assuming I read it right, it seems like they're eliminating the aim assist difference between controller and keyboard on PC lobbies.
Yes, they are.
Which is gonna be wild.
So console players can no longer get superior aim assist just for being on console.
And PC players can no longer blame controllers. Oh god.
Now, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I can't help you with
Stay
that
on your
one.
guard.
I got sniped 3 ways at the same time. So they're reducing PC aim assist from 0.6 down to 0.3, and in PC lobbies, controllers will also be operating at 0.3. Or
Oh,
sorry,
so it was
0.4 down to 0.3.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was already not the same, but which is weird when you think about it. But
Oh yeah, was it PC was 0.4 and controller, or sorry, mouse was 0.4 and controller was 0.6, but now they're both going to be 0.3 in PC lobbies?
Well, it was 0.6. So people that are in console lobbies get 0.6. And it was the case that if you were on a console on a controller, then you still got that 0.6, even if you were in a PC lobby. Didn't matter. So it was just better to be on console.
Yeah, which is wild, especially when you think about, like, my experience was always that, like, there's just, like, a certain range of motion that would, like, tremendously trip me up trying to shoot another player, but that apparently controller players just ignored. Like, a certain range of motion that, like, they would just auto-lock onto you.
Yeah.
But it was
and
more than
being
enough to
flinched
trip me
was
up.
Not a big deal because, well, not nothing, but, like, a certain amount of flinch, the auto aim system was just like, well, it doesn't really count.
It'd be interesting to see if it feels different. We Misfits, we did a community games day once. I don't remember anyone ever saying anything, but I also certainly didn't call attention to it. The last time we did a community games day, I 100% turned off controller aim assist boost. I can't say for sure if I noticed a humongous difference because I'm just bad at the game in general. But I am excited. On paper, I'm excited. I've seen other people celebrating too.
Okay. Good phase.
They've also added bot play, which you could do if you wanted to, just either for warm-up or because that's what makes you happy. Apparently you can play games with bots, which is kind of wild. Color finger, so that might be something to try out. Akimbo P2020s in Mozambique, which sounds nuts.
That does sound nuts.
The trailer says new weapon Akimbo, which does not feel entirely faithful.
If we don't kill those, both of the champs are right on top of us now.
Come back to me, real. Oh, this is bad.
You're the only one with overload, so when you super, I think there's no overload. All right.
I'm
Barrier's
falling.
Dead. All right, that's both dead. Where's your ghost? All right, Kitaki's got you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna die. I'm dead. Alright. I am a little bit shy of super, but I'll have it for this damage phase.
We'll probably run and get some ammo now.
Okay, I can hold if you don't want me to deposit yet.
Alright, I think I'm good.
Alright, depositing.
Super's not quite up yet.
I have super, so I'll start.
I'm
When
about
he gets up
halfway.
to us.
Oh, there he is. Oh, shield down.
Good job.
Okay, nice.
Nessus is a long way from Europa.
Yeah, that felt good.
House Salvation must have thought it was worth sending.
Yeah, new map looks really cool. Very, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the one that everyone calls the Mirage Pleasure Boat, like,
For now.
map.
Might not stay
Sort of
Mirage Voyage.
feels like it takes place in that city, although I'm told it's just a different part of one of the existing maps. But it's got a similar vibe. Yeah, very, very Cyber City, which seems super cool. What are they calling it? E-City? Or something? E-Town, E-City? Looks super cool. Yeah, yes. Although I will say this, on World's Edge, kinda hate. I get so lost in the buildings because they don't put the doors in what feel like predictable places for my brain. So there is a chance that it will be like an actual nightmare for me. Both of those were bad.
They
At
don't
least
put
I
the
got them.
doors. Now, what now? What's the problem?
They don't always put doors in the places that my brain thinks would be predictable. So sometimes, like, you know, when we get into the buildings in World's Edge, I get lost in them because there'll be like no door on one side of the building, and I just assumed like every side of the building would have a door somewhere. And then
Gotcha.
I'm horrendously like behind my team because I'm like, there's
You're
no
like,
fucking
this
door.
isn't
Is there one over
code
here? There's no
compliant.
door here. I go up the stairs. Is there a door here? There's no door here. Would you have to go back downstairs and out the back and run around the building? Where the fuck is the door?
This structure's riddled with ADA violations.
That's just map knowledge, but yeah. I would love to do that at some point, Colorfinger. I know that there'll be stuff that you don't realize what kind of building you're in, because all you see is weapons and ammunition and crates and stuff. And then, like, I remember when Catalyst announced, they would show screenshots and they'd be like, look at this amazing home. There's like a teddy bear on the floor and there's like children's drawings on the wall. And this is a medical facility. And this is like someone's living room. And I'm like, where is this? It's on the map. You ran through it. You didn't pay attention to anything because all you saw was loot or enemy players.
It makes sense. You pretty much have to filter to the most important information in front of you if you want to live.
And I've been in games where it's hit super late, where like suddenly I'm standing around because we're holding out and I'll be like, is this a kitchen? This is a kitchen. I didn't know this was a kitchen. It's like pots and pans and shit here.
Yes. Check. Goodbye. Anything for you?
Eververse isn't just a title. It's a promise.
On L stream, the one where nobody would leave her alone. Tell me about that, because I've seen little clips from L streams and it seems like a trip. It seems like you're mostly just hanging out on an Apex map. Is that usually what it ends up being?
Requisition approved. Remember what we fight for. If the hive may rise again.
I've tried so hard to lure Elle into games. I've got Gabe and Frankie and sometimes Johnny and occasionally Ben. I want to get Elle in there.
Perhaps a barter is warranted.
I don't blame her. Apex is extremely stressful. Oh, I saw clips of the delivery. I like that, where she's like try helping her find the stuff that she likes shooting. Like, your car and your flatline, milady.
Going to take some serious money to fix
I don't remember which ones that she liked using. Was she flatline, or what was her weapon of choice? Oh, is it a 301?
That's enough.
The oldest British treasures, and sometimes, well, not. Do you have something for me, Guardian?
Let's think about this for a minute.
Are those skeleton arms?
Yeah.
Are you a skeleton?
Gonna need someone to shut off the
I mean, at least part of me is, I assume. I'm an exo, so
Looks like there was a rat living in there.
Then people realized she was getting too stressed, so they would literally just line up for her to shoot. That's adorable.
well, I just messaged you these liars that just dropped.
Wow. Do you have them on right now?
No.
Rail just got a wild liar's handshake.
Hang on, let me put some random legs on and I can...
You never know what you're going to find.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah.
Look at these liars.
Wow.
Look at... That's impressive.
Only that mobility could redistribute 2 of those points.
Speak to me not of the darkness. I want no part.
I don't know if someone would prefer like strength instead of discipline, but it's still pretty funny.
How are you doing, Goliarb? Again. Wait, I'm realizing a lot of these names, when people are popping up red, they've said something earlier, but my computer crashed.
Yeah.
There's no data like encrypted data, I always say.
You are never going on break. What?
Let's put on some techno.
Gonna need
I really like your color scheme. TK.
Oh, hello.
Yes, Guardian, by all
This is a good look. I like it.
Thank you. I figured since we're doing a fire build, might as well have something fiery red.
One of my... And that's the missile launching chest, isn't it?
It is.
That's really cool. Is that the ornament for it?
No, just a standard one. I admit I'm not a big fan of the ornament for it.
Let me remind myself what it looks like.
I like the lines and the sort of fallen look to it, but it's kind of got these
even with the most difficult
fuzzy
ciphers,
nipples.
all that is required
I
is
just
the
can't
right
unsee
key.
it now.
Fuzzy nipples. I can't see it on Hunter. That's a shame. The ornament for the new Hunter chest is one of the best looking chest plates I've ever seen in this game. And it's an ornament for an exotic I will never use. The Gifted Conviction ornament is fucking gorgeous. It looks like some fucking Master Chief shit. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It's beautiful, and I'll never get to enjoy it.
That almost looks like the ADVgg chest piece with Hunters.
Even
just
with the most difficult ciphers,
giant
all that is
magazine
required is the
pouches
right
on the front.
key.
It's definitely in the vein. I feel like that's probably how you'd want to outfit it.
Temper. I've seen it when he thinks he's in private.
Like, I'm curious. I haven't actually tried this, but I'm curious if we grab it. Can I preview it with ornaments? Not Gerfalcons.
I must admit, Guardian.
That's right, Cav. Thank you for reminding me.
To see what you've got for me to crack open.
I had stolen a fit from Cav with this chest piece. Very
You have it saved?
I do.
It doesn't have to be maneuverable.
Oh.
It's just a bomb.
Let's see.
You can definitely tell that it's a cab design right away.
Yeah, I can see it.
Very fancy.
Always the cowboy hat.
Worlds mean new secrets.
Looks like you're ready to go fast.
Fast. Well, Cav's going fast. I'm going fast off a cliff because gravity hates me.
Which does kind of weirdly turn your chest piece into a steering wheel.
Cav put a fucking excellent outfit together with this. That I have shamelessly stolen.
Okay.
The best cryptarchs dig and dig, and one day the garden blooms.
I'm into it.
Oh, no.
I don't remember what I was wearing, but I went through a phase where I was obsessed with the one that you unlocked from Garden. I think it's the one you unlocked from Garden. Will I ever find it again?
Oh, no.
I think Ancient Believer is the one from Garden. It was this one, but it was with different stuff. Because I really, really like the look of the leather.
I can definitely fix
But I
this.
don't have an outfit for it anymore.
It looks pretty good with that set.
There's one that I like to use for leathers
Circumstances
myself.
change, but data remains.
1 second.
Always.
It is the Iron Banner one. I've got it on right now. Iron Strength. It looks really good on the Titan mark that I normally use.
I also went through a Mandalorian phase using Ensilvered Snare with a different set.
Guardian.
Because if you get
I
mostly
see.
metal stuff, you can get like a fully mirrored
Mhm.
set. Let's see, TK, what do you got? Well,
Oh,
I
it's
remember
just
that look. I very much remember this look.
It's the shader I have on the Titan mark, the Iron Strength. If you want a good leather, that's what I usually use.
Don't be mad, but you should definitely try the new sandboard clip I just uploaded. Why? What did you do?
If we end, the data ends
Fuzzy
with us.
nipples.
That fate is
No! Stop it! Why? What the fuck? Hi! Disagree.
This war is.
I hear clips of myself from like when I'm not streaming, and I'll hear clips of me in my stream, and I'm like, I sound like such a dumbass sometimes. What am I doing? What am I doing here?
That's enough.
Before Super Black, I was Amethyst Veil all the time for everything, basically. Still like it. I still think it looks good.
Zavala's got a plan. Trust me.
Looks great with this set, honestly. All right, where to, compatriots?
Not gonna be a
Back into the
problem.
GM.
Let's do it. I feel powerful. I knew it would be hilarious out of context. That's 95% of my content. Is it?
Checking for messages.
We have so many of them now.
In context, but out of context,
Why does that have a circle? I have this in the triangle column. Can I pound you? Fuzzy nipples.
That's it. I could have stayed home and finished.
What about you just have to like click 3 soundboard clips and you're like, need I say more?
I
sent you a picture. This is the ornament.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. I think I like that it looked more armored and less
Captain,
bubbly.
finally.
Bubbly. But I agree.
Failsafe knew you would answer her distress.
I probably didn't even notice because I just had everything on super black.
Dismantling Vex almost as much
Imagine
as
having
The only shader that immediately spawned this whole outraged response of take it back out of the game.
plenty of motivation to destroy Vex.
I kind of low-key love how much frustration Super Black causes certain people in the community. Super Black has solved all of my problems, TK. All of my problems.
Oh.
Other than, shit, I still need to file my taxes. It solved every other problem.
What? That was due like a month ago.
I have an extension.
Extension.
I just need to actually do it. Don't let me not do it, TK. I'm going to hold you personally responsible if I forget to file my taxes in time for the extension deadline.
If any agent of the U.S. federal government is listening, I have no hand in any activities going on during or beyond this.
It's going to be entirely you, TK. I want you to know this.
Bullshit lies.
So you have 2.5 months.
It's all done. I worked with a tax person. I just need to actually send it in because she doesn't have the ability to auto, send it for me, apparently. She says she's working on it. Which my last tax person, I worked with someone in New York who would do all of that for me and would just handle everything. So
If only there was a word for a tax person, like a
Tax person.
An English word that we had to describe a person who could do your taxes.
Accountant?
There you go.
Taxonist. Yeah. Apparently, filing online is possible, but fucking awful. And the alternative is you have to actually print it and mail it out, which for me means I have to go like to like a fucking Office Depot and like pay to print it out on their computers, because who the fuck prints things?
I print things.
This is current year.
I have a lot of.
We still
essays
have
to
printers in the year of our Lord.
I mean, I can understand having a printer, but printing text?
My college still demands that I turn some stuff in physically. It's not a lot, but I've had some anal English teachers.
20 of 25 Paleheart Pathfinder resets. What happens at 25?
You have done the required amount.
For the title.
Oh, is this for a title? What's the title?
Transcendence.
Transcendent?
Transcendence. It's the final shape one for doing all the traveler area stuff.
Transcendence is the title?
Yes. Let me double check. No, transcendent.
That's what I thought. Okay.
My bad, I was thinking wrong.
Whee! Ow! Oh, why? Who? Where? Oh, it's the Shanks. It's the Shanks.
Ooh, look at all those damage numbers.
As somebody who works for a government contractor, Golier was correct. If the government can avoid updating systems, they will avoid updating them long past their retirement date. You know, there seems to be a double standard in the government.
Didn't they only recently get online filing worked out? Versus using third-party e-file?
Which is shameful.
I haven't tried it, I don't know. But part of me is like, how bad could it be? But I guess then again, it could be pretty bad. But you wouldn't have to mail anything.
That was a weirdly well-placed grenade.
Have you tried just saving the fillable form and sending it to like irs@gmail.com and see if they get it that way?
At gmail.com? You know, I haven't tried that. I could try that and see who answers.
irs.gov@gmail.com.
I'm generally a pretty cranky person when it comes to tax stuff because, you know, year after year, we see them get nothing done for us. And I'm like, well, okay, so if you haven't done anything for me, I'm not paying you. But apparently we have to pay them, so then I have to pay them. But that's where my brain goes. That's where my heart is. I'm like, fuck you. If you haven't done anything for me, you're not getting paid. That's how this fucking shit works. It's apparently not how this fucking shit works.
Have you not been to like, you know, a major sporting event and had the Air Force fly over? Your tax dollars at work.
I love...
Have you never seen an F-22 Raptor?
I love the
Your entire life's
benefit.
worth of tax dollars at work.
I love the benefit of what's not there. Like I used to watch, you'd have like your more conservative channels, and they'd be like, why are we paying taxes? And they're like, well, are we invaded by, you know, France right now? We're not invaded by France? That's your taxes at work. I'm like, is it though? What? Is that how that works?
Oh, I didn't see you.
That's why I am a big fan of stuff like, I'm not about to make a case for either of them, but a stuff like your universal basic healthcare or your universal healthcare and like universal basic income and stuff like that, because that's like a tangible thing that you are buying into with your taxes, you know? It doesn't have to be those two things directly, but I like the idea of there being a tangible thing you are getting with your taxes.
Have you ever driven on a road? Is that a tangible thing?
Is that federal?
Some of it is. The freeway, for example, the interstate.
Maybe I'm biased because I'm a New Yorker and I'm like, but the MTA is privately owned. They don't even take care of that shit. Biggest like city transit system in the fucking country.
Well, you know how you moved from Texas to California and only like a third of that was like being in Mad Max?
I do remember the Mad Max section of my drive. Now listen, full disclosure, I've not lived in New York in a number of years, but MTA was at the very least a privately owned company. Weirdly, shockingly, you'd be surprised. Maybe it's handled by New York State now. I don't know. You tell me. I would love UBI, so then I would live my chill life without worry. I even want, like, I would love to see more just, like, even not on an individual level. Like, there are a lot of places, like, if you go to England, for instance, the arts are subsidized in such a huge way that just doesn't exist in the United States.
Not in the UK, but in England specifically.
I guess I can't speak for Ireland or wherever, whatever else is up there.
Part of the United Kingdom. You heard it here first, folks.
Oh, Jesus.
Is that not the whole area? I thought United Kingdom was the region and England was the country.
We're gonna have to look up like a YouTube explainer video to get you a breakdown.
But United, am I wrong? If I'm wrong, just correct me. I thought
Yes.
United Kingdom was just a regional description, not an ownership description.
United Kingdom is a conglomerate between
what? Yeah. So what you're doing is saying like the United States, that includes Mexico, right? I thought that was just like a regional description. That's the equivalent of what you're doing right now. The United Kingdom is a country.
So what is that? British Isles? What is that area called then? Like, what is that continent? But you know what I mean. Like, we have North America, and then we have...
Cav getting ahead of it on PR.
Okay. Got this era where we are not allowed to learn things. Okay.
No, we're allowed to learn things, but you're a streamer, so we have to give you a hard time. That's the rules.
Fair. I'm not undoing anything, you fuckfaces. Okay, so we have North America that includes United States, right?
Yes.
And includes Canada. What's that but England and Ireland and Scotland and Wales and all that shit? What is that called?
I think the British Isles would be accurate.
That's not called Europe, because Europe includes Germany. British Isles. Okay. Thank you.
I don't know if
fuckers.
If Ireland appreciates it being called that, but
We need a less colonialism name, because I realize even United Kingdom implies, like, there's got to be a less...
Oh, it's the United Kingdom of all the kingdoms that are part of the United Kingdom. Right, so Northern Ireland.
Wait, so is the United
Wales,
Kingdom just not a phrase we use anymore?
Scotland. No, yeah, we 100% do. That's the name of the country.
I thought, then what is England?
England is one of the... So England is like a state, if you will. It's not the same, but it's a chunk of the country, the nation.
Because I know there's that whole thing where it's like everyone says British, but it's not British, it's English. You're not British, you're English if you're like from, you know, London or whatever, fucking whatever, you know? So like...
Well, people from Britain are British and people from England are English.
What is Britain? What is Britain?
Thank goodness we don't have any UK sponsors.
I hate everybody here.
Okay, so the United Kingdom
is
the states of Scotland, Great Britain, and the little tiniest top portion of the island of Ireland. That's the United Kingdom.
Me as a black person here, this sounds like astrology for white people. Who is astrology for? Is astrology for anybody?
Not already for white people.
The newspaper told me I'm gonna meet the one today. I'm barely aiming right now.
The Jet Li movie? What's our cap at? 79%. We're doing great. This section takes way too long.
If you're English, you're British. But just because you're British doesn't mean you're English. Okay, fair. So British. Does anybody in Scotland like being called British? Be honest with me. Who the fuck actually uses that word? Probably English people living in Scotland would say British.
Oh.
A few stray shots in before I got my heal grenade off.
They'd be sitting there going like, well, I prefer British.
Watch out, because the overloads are still running around. I think. Yes, there's one right there.
Yeah, I almost had one.
Does Elle refer to herself as British? I'll text her. I'll ask. Elle, do you prefer being called British? What is your preferred locational term?
I detect barriers nearby. These arc charges may serve a related function.
But I think you get it now, right? Like there's area names, and then there's like sort of organizational names.
On the contrary, I don't even remember what we were talking about.
I have no idea how we got on this topic.
I have absolutely zero recollection of how this conversation even started. I've been veered off to Neptune so fucking hard.
I think we were talking about benefits from taxes.
Oh, right, taxes.
We made some kind of comparison to...
So you just, email, print out your tax form, and then scan it back in, and then email it to irs.co.uk.
it started as taxes, and then apparently I was single-handedly as the voice actor for Catalyst, undoing revolutionary history.
Trying to lump Ireland in.
You made the comment that somebody's like, well, your taxes keep France from invading us, right? And then we spiraled into something about foreign policy.
Right. Welcome, Raiders.
I'm not from that fucking place. Which is why I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Then tell me what tell me what's the official term I should be using. And everyone's like, Mel's ruining the internet. Mel's undoing history.
Oops.
Look what Mel said. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm like, no, guys, it's chill. Just tell me what I should be saying. And they're like, Mel is the worst fucking person. I'm like, no, it's okay. It's fine. I just want to know what I'm supposed to say. I can't believe that Mel would do us that dirty. Hey, welcome, Raiders. Welcome. How's it going? Sakura, good to see you. Hello, everybody. My name is Melazan. You can call me Mel. I'm a professional voice actor, pre-debut VTuber, and history undoer. I am joined by my friends Rail and TK, and we're playing some Destiny.
All right, finally, last dark charge. There we go.
But hello, everybody. Everyone, Accord, Goddess Amaterasu, Sir Lancelot, hello, Illyria, Jason, everybody else. I hope you had a wonderful stream. What were you playing today? Valorant! Nice. I hope you had fun in there. One of these days, I will finally try Valorant.
Finger, I love the idea of you just dodging various national drama by just rock, paper, scissors your way out of whatever the situation is.
It's just like that scene in the original Mummy. Yeah, you know the
when
one.
You say the original Mummy.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of...
You mean Brendan Fraser's The Mummy?
Brendan Fraser's original Mummy, yes.
Okay. And
was
when
there
you
a
say
Mummy before that?
Yes, there's a few other versions of The Mummy before that one.
Brendan Fraser's original Mummy. The one where it's closing in on the guy and he pulls out a keychain of like every major nation and religion ever and just starts going down the list trying to see if maybe he can luck out.
Hold the symbol, say the words.
Yeah. And then it works, because of course it did. It's such a great scene.
Benny. Looks like I've got all the horses. Looks like you're on the wrong side of the river.
Have a good night, Rose.
Good night.
All right.
You heard it first, folks. Don't bully your streamer.
What are streamers signing up for if they're not signing up to get bullied by chat?
It's apparently constant warfare. That's basically what streaming is. Zen warned me. I didn't believe her. It's constant warfare. Every day is combat. There you go.
Not in the rules.
Terrazon, thank you so much for the follow. Wait, I'm doing the thing again. I always go running in and then
This one
eat
room.
shit.
Like, oh, a dark room.
Let me run into the middle of it. If I can't see them, they can't see me, right?
That is an ideal spot for that guy to teleport. I appreciate that from Barrier Servitor.
Yeah, see, this is why I don't believe in a point buy system, Goliarb. I need to min-max as much as possible because my rolls fucking suck. If I don't start my character at level 1 with a score of 18, I'm doing something wrong. I'm also neurotic enough that I've
Well, look at you.
deliberately
You
not
suck.
joined campaigns friends were leading because they insisted on point buy. I was like, oh, I'm not playing then. Nope. I have a friend who's the exact opposite. Like, they deliberately try to have single digits in at least 2 scores because they love, like, the ultimate underdog. And I can't get past the, what do you call it? The, utterly disconnected because I've just missed my last 4 attacks and I'm now looking at my phone.
Depends on the
Because
kind
I
of
feel like
D&D
I'm
you wanna
useless.
play, right? Like, it depends on if you're wanting to play a crunchy, tactical game or an RP game. In an RP game, you could be like, I've got these bad stats, and that gives me something to like lean into, character trait wise.
Yeah, exactly, Colorfinger. Deeply on tilt. I've been that person, and it sucks that I'm like, I'm now barely paying attention because I felt useless for the past, like, 10 minutes, and so I've stopped caring.
Does he always come from the left? Oh, I guess if we're standing on this side, that's why he's always comes from that side, because he spawns on that end of the room. And those first few rockets just chunk this guy.
If all of my rockets hit, I get extra rocket launcher damage.
Oh, okay.
So
even mine feel like they're hitting really hard. I mean, I know I got a singe and whatnot on my side, but
it's like singe and solar, and I'm plus 19. But man, this thing still slaps. Oh, sorry, Rail. That was my bad.
yeah, I tried to slide away from it, but everything's tethered in mid if you got a bomb or something to throw in there.
I missed.
Oh, tether's out. I just immediately got crunched by that melee when you brought me up.
Sorry.
That's alright. Just letting you know what's up.
Okay.
Okay. Did we get the overload? I mean the barrier? Okay. Barrier. Cracked. I have about half my super. Oh, that's a lot of orbs. Okay, I have my super.
Wow, I just shot my super and it's up again.
Nice.
Incredible.
Alright, bringing it back. Try to stop these fanatics from spawning. Oh, they still spawned.
I think he's gonna drop right on top of us.
He comes in from the right. This is him right here.
Right. Mini rockets out.
Alright, let's do another one just to get coverage.
Nice.
Nicely done. That was a great fight.
I've got enough problems.
Yeah, it seems to work pretty well. Like, once we get the rhythm going for the supers, just crunch his health as fast as possible, because the longer that takes, the more likely the wipe is, I think.
That's nice.
Oops.
I've also seen in real time, and I'm not trying to, like, get on my high horse about this, because, like, people can play however they want, and as long as everyone's having fun, you know, rock on. I think that's why I like the... Like, if you trust your DM, like, I like the, like, roll your dice as, like, sets of 6, and you can re-roll the set as many times as you want. So if you really want to fucking min-max, trust yourself. But it takes a certain amount of self-control. But I've been in those games where like you've had one person who like min-maxed the most ridiculous paladin that ever paladined, and they were in the group with like a rogue that couldn't land throwing knives to save their life. Why they were fighting exclusively with throwing knives, who knows? But they all missed anyway, so who cares?
I've got a Vanguard reset. Yeah, that's I could see that quickly becoming a problem, because if you have one person that's min-maxing, then the DM is forced to like optimize to that for encounters.
4th time's kill clip, that seems to go against itself.
Yeah. That's
And
trash.
Enlightened or demo with Vorpal, which bleh.
Yeah.
Bleh. I've been both of those characters. I've always been someone who would rather be min-maxed. I have not seen the Hell of a Boss shirt. I've actually not watched Hell of a Boss. Do you think I should? I've usually been the person that will min-max my character, but then exercise a lot of self-control, like for storytelling moments. And that also could be heavily dependent on the kind of character that I play, but like I've been that character where like I'm a little bit of a shitter and I know I can land my shots, and so I'll do like fun little trick shots, or like, you know, it will have that moment where like our warrior is struggling to fight back 2 orcs and I decide to just kind of like lean on my bow and watch them to see how this plays out. Because I have a lot of damage I can contribute and we're not super worried. Or a lot of, you know, that kind of stuff. So you like find character moments in the fights because you're powerful, versus feeling like every roll is fucking life or death because you're, you know, you're having bad dice RNG or you're badly rolled. It's a philosophical thing. I've had super long arguments with people about it, but I feel like, at least for me, what it comes down to, as long as everyone's having fun and you've all like as a group agreed on how you want the game to go, then you're doing it right, you know?
Hello, Guardian. Welcome. If we end, the data ends with us. That fate.
Yeah, and for me, it was never about like I need to feel like I'm doing all the things, like I'm doing all the damage. For me, it was always about like I want to know that I can do what I need to do. That RNG aspect, it's like it's all about dice rolling, but I care about the story. The dice rolling stresses me out. If I know that I've got like a plus 15 to hit on my arrow, I'm not worried about missing my shot. Then it's about like my decision making in combat, what target I decide to hit, what story beats I can play out that like aid in character developments and storytelling. I'm not worried about like, you know, I'm not worried about the stress of like, am I gonna be able to contribute? That's the thing that stresses me out.
Oh, by the way, I sent you what I feel like is a relevant meme.
Let's see.
I would turn it down. It does have copyrighted music, unfortunately.
I will check it out later then. Oh, I know this clip. I know this clip. Our fantasy game has over 30 races and more than 20 classes. And me about to make my 267th human fighter. That's basically me. Human variant fighter, feat from level 1. Sana, crossbow-wielding fighter.
Pure human, just as the Emperor of Mankind dictated.
What is that clip from? What game is that?
I believe it is from
or
a
show.
I believe it's from a cinematic trailer from an Elder Scrolls Online thing.
Okay.
I don't know exactly where it's from, but I know it's from Elder Scrolls.
Misfits, you know the clip of that one night that's like the fucking mountain from Game of Thrones just wrecking house on everybody?
Fighting on the roof.
Yeah, it's that clip. Everyone now links it as like the best fight that ever fought in anything ever. It's like people's response in the comments to anything. what we got, and it'll be like some T-posed character like glitched and sliding out of the room, what we wanted, and it's like that warrior fighting on the roof. If you're a min-max character and you're it's definitely better to kind of hold back sometimes. Yeah, 100%. It's totally a self-control thing that like some players are probably better at than others. I think I'm pretty good at it.
Ever feels in all manner of things.
In the current game I'm in, my centaur has contributed by kicking enemies to death more than hitting them with her glaive. That's like the quirky tabletop behavior where you're like, I made myself a centaur because I want to finish every opponent by doing the horse thing where I turn around and kick them with my back legs. I want that to be how I finish every opponent I ever fight.
System diagnostic complete. This unit functioning at 98.
Mel be the type of person to bring weighted dice to D&D game. The weighted dice haven't been working out so well for me. When I used to use... No, I just mean like metal dice. I bought some metal dice sets recently. Not rigged dice sets, sadly. But when I used to use just like the standard plastic Chessex sets, I swear I was rolling nat 20s all the time and no one knew why. And then when I've gotten the fancy sets, like your metal dice, I swear to God that shit rolls natural ones like every fourth roll. Like they're just designed for failure. I have done the most damage per session with Chessex, like $3 dice set.
Let me know when you're ready to go back in.
I am ready.
I'm ready. We going again?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Drives me crazy that you can't evenly, like, finish a run and have 10, that you're always wasting, what is it, 2 of them? Do you get 4 per run?
I haven't even been using them. I just get to 10 and hoard things, as is my way. So I'm getting none.
To be honest, I've been enjoying all of the high-rolled exotics more than the actual Nightfall rewards.
My favorite character I played, not mechanically, but just story-wise, I think I just have the most fun doing fighters and fighter rogue hybrids and stuff like that. I'm usually just like a pure fighter, though. I almost always just play pure fighter. But the most fun I had was when I rolled my bard. And my bard had like an 18 charisma and had insane pluses to every fucking skill ever. And somehow I managed to undermine it constantly because she just had insanely poor decision making. And it was fun to know that I had the stats to like excel at almost any skill that I decided to do, but just constantly make poor, bad decisions because she's like looking at things through a lens that's not helpful.
What did I do to deserve this?
Not in like critical combat moments, but like, you know, she'd be the kind of person that would like
Confidence in the captain, even though it is a mathematical impossibility.
would lie when she didn't have to because she would want to see if she could get away with it, and that would more often than not cause trouble. Or like, if I didn't know something and I'm supposed to have all that information because of like bardic knowledge, if I didn't know something, rather than tell my team I didn't know it, I would feel insecure about it and I would make something up and I would lie to my team because she wants to feel useful. And so feeling useful would often mean not letting your team know that you failed the roll and instead telling them something that's not accurate. It was a tremendous amount of fun playing an insecure bard. She just wants to be helpful, you guys. She's trying her best. Colorfinger, have a wonderful night. Oh, okay. That almost hit me in the head.
Well, don't be standing there.
You know how clerics usually heal? In one of the games, I was a cleric tank. Tell me more about this. How does that work? They desperately wanted my monk to have a heal ability because they saw her as like one of the only people in the team that could potentially use healing spells. So I took maybe like one heal begrudgingly. But most of my spells were all CC. It was just like tie the enemy's shoes together in as many different ways as possible. Give them disadvantage as often as possible. It was so much fun. I know like everyone else's D&D story is it's like a meme that like everyone else